Hello and welcome. I'm Lorena Buck, a senior advisor with BCG and part of the team that's been supporting the BlackNorth Initiative. And we are here today to talk about Pillar 2 of our Racial Equity Playbook, how to create an equitable development opportunities for the retention and promotion of your diverse talent. Now, this is pillar number 2 of our 6 pillars to drive racial equity within your organization. And so you can find all 6 of these pillars and videos for them on the BlackNorth website. But today, let's go ahead and talk about Pillar 2. And so Pillar 2 is really meant to help you create an equitable development opportunities for retention and promotion of your Black talent. And we think this is really important because this will allow you to really be ensuring that you're giving merit-based promotion and development opportunities to talented employees and ensuring that they're able to succeed in your organization, which we think will also lead to better business outcomes. I personally think that this is the most important of the levers to start with because if you have talented Black talent already in your organization, you should be ensuring that you're doing the right things to support, promote, and develop that talent because the talent that you have is much easier to support than the talent that you don't yet have in your organization. And so, as we think about how to do that properly, there are a number of key stakeholders that you want to ensure that you're engaging. Obviously, human resources will become an important stakeholder in this process because they are the shepherds to your retention and promotion processes. But it's also incredibly important to ensure that you have the managers, the business leaders, and anyone who's actually involved in the promotion committee decisions on the business side considered leaders in this execution effort and owning that process. Because if you do not have ownership by the folks who actually are making the decisions and are running the businesses, this will end up not being successful. And obviously, there are other stakeholders that will be partners and who may give input into this process as well, so that you have the right data and information to be driving those decisions. And we have those listed below. But it's really critical to make sure that you do have that business alignment up front. Now, Pillar 2 has 4 levers associated with it that we talk about. The first one is to create an inclusive company culture, ensuring that we actually are. That we have an environment that is able to actually foster the success of your diverse talent. The second is driving retention parity across employment levels. And so ensuring that you're actually just keeping the talent that you bring into the organization and retaining them. The third is to address any bias that may be in promotion processes and ensuring that you're actually creating equitable promotion processes that allow your diverse talent to thrive. And last is ensuring that you have equitable performance evaluations and development opportunities so that you're actually, giving these individuals the right opportunities to succeed. And we have a list of common and innovative practices that we share at the front, but we'll get into the full set of actions shortly. The second thing that you're going to be focused on then, after you've started to look at through the levers, is actually to baseline where your organization stands so you have an understanding of where you are. And this requires understanding what percent of Black managers and executives you have at the different levels of your organization and within different business units, if you have different business units. Um, Importantly, here we'll walk you through the steps of how to do this and with a couple of key metrics that we're looking to determine. So, one is what percent of Black managers and executives do you have, but also to the extent possible, trying to understand, what are actually the differences in promotion rate for those individuals and at different parts of your organization. These are things that may be easier the larger your company gets and can become very binary when you only have, one person in a specific organization or function. And so it can be hard to read through the data itself. But it's an important exercise to understand, where there may be places that you can improve this process. After you've had a chance to baseline, the next thing you're going to want to be thinking about is actually setting your aspiration. And so as you think about your aspiration, there are a couple of ways to decide to do this. The first one is that you may start with what is actually the diversity of our entire organization and ensuring that our manager and executive levels look like the rest of our organization. Now, if your organization is not yet at a place where you aspire to be, then you may actually decide that you want to set a different aspiration based on what your aspiration is for the entire organization and the diversity of the organization. And that may end up looking more like the community that you're based in, the talent pools that you're recruiting from, and instead of what your organization diversity looks like today. And again, we give worksheets to help you go through that process and to actually create that target. So now, as we talk about the actions that you will then use to be able to facilitate the promotion and development of your diverse talent, we have 4 pages that actually speak to the full set of options for this, and we have organized this by lever. So if you recall, there are 4 levers in this section that actually talk to the initiatives that we have. And so the one that we're going to walk through today is this one around addressing bias in promotion processes. Each of the levers is organized the same, where you will see that there are a set of actions related to people, actions related to process and policy, and then actions related to your technology and data infrastructure. And so we've also given you, in addition to that organization, a sense of the resource intensity of each of these initiatives. So you'll see this low, medium, or high scoring on each of these actions that will just help you to set expectations about how much people hours or actual dollars are going to be necessary to be able to institute these specific actions. And so, additionally, we've also given a sense of if you're starting from scratch and you don't necessarily know where to start. These blue stars would be considered our no regrets actions for things that you should do that should be relatively um, good places to start for any organization. And one of the ones that I wanted to highlight here is this idea about including Black employees in succession planning. Um, if you already have diverse talent that you know is you want to be grooming for leadership, making sure that you're actually just engaging with those individuals and actually starting to work with them and understand what it is that their aspirations are. That can be one of the most important ways in which you're able to retain and promote your diverse talent. Additionally, including racial equity on the agenda for your leadership that are making these decisions prior to promotion cycles will ensure that they are thinking about this and considering this a real business imperative for them, before they're getting into the room to make these types of decisions. After you've chosen which actions that you want to do, we also will walk you through how to go about tracking those actions, and so we will provide a set of instructions as well as some templates that will assist you with that tracking process and ensuring that you're seeing progress made against these actions. And actually being able to retain and promote your diverse talent, as well as some additional resources and case studies to help walk you through that process and to make it more real. And we wanted to walk you through one specific case study today, which is an example from Sodexo, who created this two-way mentoring approach to be able to ensure that they were bringing up their frontline talent through the organization by ensuring that they were equipping their managers to be ambassadors and shepherds of that process. And so, in addition to having that senior leadership buy-in, it's really important to have the middle managers also equipped to be able to manage diverse employees, as well as to support that process of equitably developing and promoting them. And in particular, in this example, one of the key tools that they used was a diversity scorecard that allowed those managers to be held accountable to their own hiring, retention, and promotion processes, and allowed them to do a much better job of ensuring that they were getting the results they wanted. And through this program, they actually did see a 10% higher promotion rate of their diverse talent than their peers. And hopefully, this was a helpful overview of pillar number 2. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to the BlackNorth team through the links that you see here, as well as the BCG team that's been supporting BlackNorth. And you can also find any of the additional playbooks and videos attached to those online.